I think maybe 25%.
I'd say like 6 or 7%.
I'd say probably like, 30 to 40%. Nah, probably like 30%.
A lot. I don't know.
I'd say about 40%.
40%? Okay.
I think maybe like 40%.
Usually when I'm driving and I see them, I don't carry cash, but if I did, I usually would give it to them. But I just drive by, kind of try not to notice them.
My initial reaction is I feel guilty that, I'm driving in my car and I have heat on or the AC on, whatever it be, and that they're standing out there all day long with holding a sign. So, I feel very bad, but, yeah.
In all honesty, I kind of be like, dang, they dirty, That ain't funny, but I'll be kind of wondering, like, how they end up like that. Then I'll be praying I don't end up like that. Sometimes I think they might be faking though too. I ain't gonna lie, cause I had a friend tell me that they saw a homeless dude and they gave him money, and then like he went around the corner and just hopped in a nice whip. So yeah.
Well, when I'm driving, I kind of be like, oh, I hope they don't see me to ask for money. But if I do have money with me, then I do give them money. But if I don't, then I just try to avoid them.
Initial reaction.
It's like, I know when you're like driving in the car and like you see them sometimes like you'll give them money, but it's just like I feel bad and like I want to help you, but I don't, and it's just like there's so many, like how people are like, oh well, if I give you money or something you're probably gonna go spend it on like the bad things, like you're gonna go buy drugs with it and you're not gonna do that. And so I don't know, I'm like stuck. I'm like, I want to help you, but I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I can barely only do anything.
For me, I don't really care what they do with it. If I have it, I try to help them out, It don't matter what they do with it after. There's people that try to follow it to see if they're going to buy like beer or something. Like, it don't matter. Once you give out the charity, you gave out, and we're just trying to help them. It's all about what's in your heart.
My friend, like her dad, whenever she'd see them, they'd be like, oh, are you hungry? Instead of giving them money,
yeah.
And, he'll go and like go to McDonald's and buy some food and give it to them just so he knows where the money is like going,
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes if they want money, give them money. Give them what they want to just make them happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
What you have.
Try to empathize or sympathize with what they might be going through.
It really depends on, I guess, like, the situation. I don't know. There's like times where it's just like going like that. Then there's other times where I just sit and reflect on it, And then there's times where I deny the request and I keep walking and then I think about it and then I just go back and then try to give him money, So, yeah. I don't know. It varies.
Days.
I'd say probably minutes. Obviously once you drive away, or if you do help or if you don't, you think about your actions with either helping or not, and either it feels good or you feel guilty not being able to help or not even wanting to help. So I don't really think minutes, but after probably 3 or 4, you're on to the next thing, you're thinking about something else.
I think minutes, because you're not really too concerned about them. You just you see them, and then after you drive off, you're just not worried about them. You just go on with life. So minutes.
Maybe, I feel like I would think about it like the whole day, but it depends on like if like I have other stuff like going on, but like otherwise I'd probably forget about it for a little bit, but then I'd come think of it again,
For me, I had this experience one time where I was walking under the bridge by Franklin, and there was this homeless person that was sleeping, and then these cops came, and then they kicked him out, and I just felt bad, like, he was just sleeping, just not minding his business or like bothering anybody, and then they just were like, oh, you gotta move. Even they didn't try to help him or like, take him to the shelter house.
But
and
you thought about it?
Yeah, I thought about it the whole day, like, what if that was me?
I don't know. it might evaporate quickly, but it's reoccurring. Because when I come to school, like I see them all the time, and I'm like, I should help them, and I feel bad all the time.
Usually takes a little longer. I don't know, maybe a couple minutes, hours. I don't know. Just depends on the person. If I'm able to help them, I feel like I can in some type of way. But if not, I don't know, it depends. I try to help. It's not always, you can always help someone by doing more than just giving them money. So maybe just smiling at them, maybe at them. But I don't think it's always about giving them money.
No, I've actually never considered that, just because of the amount of time they spend out there.
I guess it's never really crossed my mind, kind of the stereotype of a typical homeless person is just like, you know, they're kind of out on the streets begging for money, so no, I haven't.
I think there's some, but probably the majority of they don't try or just try to beg for money to get what they're trying to make a living.
I don't think I ever really thought about it. Yeah, I mean, like I see the homeless people out there and I was like, they just don't look like they got a job. So I just think that they don't got a job. But then like, I know the homeless people that I see on the street begging for money are not always like, that's not it. You know, there's more homeless people than that do have jobs, you know, because I had a few family members that had jobs and they were homeless as well. So yeah, so, but I never really thought about it.
I do believe that. I believe some of them are just like faking it and probably do have jobs.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of homeless people who have jobs. I've known homeless people who've had jobs. It's just some people are just going through tougher times than others.
Hopefully food. I know some homeless people go and buy alcohol, but well, when I try to give them money, I hope they buy food with it.
To be honest, I don't know. But I hope they would use it for food. I mean, that's what I usually think, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well, they probably gonna use this for food. Or, you know, yeah. But then if they lying and they're not homeless and they just trying to get me for my money, I think that too sometimes.
I think they would go buy food.
I guess my initial thought with that is like either cigarettes or alcohol. I know it's obviously not like what I want to think, but there are so many. I'd hope they'd go use it for food, but when given so little, like their experience or whatnot is maybe to buy something that's, you know, gonna make them feel good, and maybe that necessarily isn't food, and you know, maybe it's a bottle of whiskey or a pack of cigarettes, but I definitely hope that they would be getting food.
Use it towards.
Trying to eat, hopefully. Bettering themselves. I don't know. $20 really can't go that far when you're trying to buy a house or find a place to live. So I can understand why someone might go buy some liquor, some beer, try to cope with what they're going through.
Use it towards.
Sometimes I'd probably say alcohol or drugs or something that they don't usually need.
Towards.
See, like I would hope it would be only for like food or like some clothing article or something like that, but I don't know, because I always have this thought in my mind like, oh, you're gonna go and use it for like drugs or something, because like if it's cold you're gonna go buy alcohol so you can stay warm, which is mean like, shoot, maybe I would do that too because it's cold. What else am I gonna do? So, but yeah.
For me, I don't care. Like, I just give them the money just to give them the
What
charity.
do you think they would?
What,
They want
what
to
I
know
think
what do you think. What do you think?
girl.
All right, there you go.
Perfect.
I think there's some people that have been in those situations like myself, that have had their family go through hard times. Unfortunately, I've had other family that I've been able to fall back on, and you know, it's not easy, but you make the best of it. And I think going through situations like that, It makes you appreciate life. It makes you appreciate all the things that you're fortunate to have, things I'm fortunate to have, to be in college and have a chance to make a better life for myself. And I think there's people who are out there who are trying to do things, but until you kind of experience that, it's tough to kind of understand and cope with what other people might be going through, especially when you see the majority of homeless people on the street. You kind of stereotype what a homeless person looks like, whereas I've been homeless myself, but I went to a private high school around rich kids every day, and they had no idea. So it's just the way it goes. Just try to spread love. That's what I try to do. If a homeless person asks me for money, I give them money and I just tell them to pay it forward. You know, when you see better days, spread the love. That's really all you can do. I think that's the cure. That's the answer to anything. It's just empathizing with other people and knowing that some days I have good days, and when I am, I try to pass that on to others. And when I'm not, I need others to pick me up. So I think that's the answer. And, you know, that's all you really can do. Control what you can control, but I don't know. Do your best to make this earth a better place.